to win.
To be on the edge of control.
I like the speed. I like the battles, defying the odds. I want to be champion.
Welcome back to Whilton Mill for this, our second programme from round one of the 2021 Ultimate Karting Championship. We'll be bringing you highlights from each of the remaining 4 finals, with the Miami classes featuring heavily. Junior X30 has proved to be one of the most popular classes for youngsters over the last few years. And earlier on, I caught up with one young man who's hoping to do well this weekend.
My name is Zaki Hussain. I'm in Junior X30 and my number is 13.
So Zaki, here we are then with Crop Promotions. I understand it was the fact that you've been watching Caden McQueen a couple of years ago that made you think, I'd like to be part of that team.
Yeah, we came from a test session in which we were testing a chassis out to see which one we could buy. And Caden was here, so then we went to speak to Caden and he told Dan, we organised a test session with Croc. And then we found out the Croc chassis was the best chassis for us, so then we just stuck to that.
So tell me what it's like. Here you are in the tent with all these other kart racers, and the man that you were looking up to 2 or 3 years ago is now your teammate. His kart's at the back there. You know, how good is it to be in this position now?
Yeah, it feels good that your idols are like helping you, and then they can see you and they see you coming up.
I understand Croc are really helping you with your data because you've got a lot of technology on board the kart that helps you understand what you're doing around the circuit. Tell us a little bit about how that works.
Yeah, so you plug a little data thing into the back of the UniPro and then they take it to the truck, which is behind the awning, and they plug it in. They can see where you go faster, slower, if you need to brake later or earlier.
So Junior X30s that you're racing in now, you're much happier racing in this kart. This is a good kart for you?
Yeah, I like this chassis. It suited to me. When we tested it, it was good. So it was the best chassis we drove.
So just thinking about how you're going to go this weekend and how well you're going to do, what are some of the things that you're going to be focusing on personally when you get in the kart to make sure you get the best position possible?
Well, I'm going to try to get good starts and not get taken out, obviously, into the first corner, second corner. Make moves quite quick and snappy, so then the people behind can't catch up and overtake you.
Yeah.
And yeah, just try to get a good position in the final, for the final.
And you're in the tent here with your mum and dad. They're, you know, proudly watching on. But just how important is it to not only have the support of your mum and dad, but the support of a team like Crop Promotions?
Yeah, it's quite good because then when you have a bad moment, they can all come help you, support you, and yeah, it's good to be in a team.
So come Sunday night, at the end of the weekend, what are you hoping for? What would be a good weekend for you?
Maybe top 5 will be good for us.
Right. Well, best of luck for that top 5. Thanks, Zaki.
Thank you.
Junior X30 up next here at Whilton Mill. Here's the grid. Lorenzo Cordell and Jessica Edgar from Sam Shaw and Connor Duncan, then Gabriel Stilp and Jude Fernehoe, then Carr, Singh, Baker and Harrison to round out the top 10. Row 6 will see Gregory alongside Robinson, then Brown and Clark, Geraghty and Line, Doughty and Brennan. All the way down to the 24th of the grid, Archie Heron. We're going to have a very exciting field of drivers. Here we go! And up to the first corner. Already an exciting battle out in front as the drivers edge their way through the first couple of corners. Up towards us now, it is the 22 that leads the charge. Lorenzo Cordell from Sam Shaw. Jessica Edgar has Gabriel Stilp round the outside trying to get into third position as the hustle tries to make its way up towards Inkerman's, the right-hand kink where drivers get together. Oh, Hussein's gone off, so too is Go Hill, and that's the 28 going around as well. That is Ben Doughty, so they come off the corner and there's more. Oh, there's more trouble. That is Sidler spinning. Geraghty spun as well, and it looks like Brennan and Heron got involved in that. Kira Harris took avoiding action. Goodness me, karts all over the shop on this opening lap. and it looks like it's drizzling a little bit in parts of the circuit. They're on slick tyres. There comes the move from Jessica Edgar to get through on our cameraman, Sam Shaw, into second place. So now Lorenzo Cordel under pressure from Jessica Edgar. You can just about make out the drizzle on parts of the camera around the various corners on the circuit. It's getting pretty tricky out there on the inside. Here comes Connor Duncan. He makes the move now on Sam Shaw, and he's not the only one. The 30 gets through. That's Brandon Carr.
Zaki Hussain's ambition to finish in the top 5, that's pretty much up in smoke. Drone pilot's landed, you know it's raining.
There goes the 41 running wide. Connor Duncan losing ground. Just look how much rubber's being flicked up off the course as well. You could see that definitely on the onboard from Sam Shaw. Kart sliding around. Whoops, that's not gone too well for the 53 Jude Fernahoe. He's lost ground. But here's Lorenzo Cordel under pressure from Jessica Edgar, who's clearly had to take a new Nassau panel over the course of the weekend because there's no stickers on it, and normally that would carry the Fusion Motorsport colours. Sam Shaw running wide, and through on the inside goes the 38. Finley Harrison, the fastest man on track, 48.3. So a nice opening gambit. Here comes Jess Edgar, making the move on the inside of Lorenzo Cordel. That'll do. Excellent. Nice overtaking move. We've got a new leader, and it's Jessica Edgar. She is absolutely storming when she gets the rhythm, and she's out in front.
She was our race winner at the last round, what proved to be the last round at Wigan last year, Jake. And she's looking to go back to back.
Here's the move again from Cordel, though. A very late charge into Chapman's, and she just hangs on to second. As a result, Cordel through, and then it's Edgar in second place in front of Brandon Carr going well. Finley Harrison fourth, Sam Shaw fifth. What's happened to Gabriel Stilp? He was fighting for the top 4 earlier in the race. He's down to 11th behind Leo Robinson, who will later represent Algeria in the FIA Karting Academy Trophy in a couple of weeks' time at Wackersdorf in Germany. And that's an off. Is that more problems for the 28? Yes, Ben Doughty trying to recover, not able to do so. Here's Shaw on the inside of Brandon Carr, gets through. So Brandon Carr has got to go back to the drawing board and find another overtaking move. Finley Harrison already passed us, as we know. And so Cordel leads, Edgar second, Harrison third, Shaw fourth, and Carr in fifth position. What a battle! Gabriel Stilp now the fastest driver on track, number 12. He is making his way up into 10th position behind Robinson, and then in behind Mikai Singh. Here's the move from Shaw, dives through on the inside of Finley Harrison. Good overtaking move, but Harrison is straight back on the undercut, gets through. Shaw has to hesitate, and that's enough for Brandon Carr to get through. Brandon Carr, yet another one wearing someone else's race suit. He's wearing Georgi Dimitrov's suit.
Yet again, the 360 camera delivers action. It's incredible just how much the camera sees when it can spin around 360 degrees, and there's another move.
Oh, lovely. You can see the spots of rain on the camera lens causing an issue now as Carr and Shaw both get past Harrison. He's not going to be the only one on the inside of Harrison. Lovely dive from Henry Gregory, and off! Off goes Harrison. He gets on the grass. Now the rain is starting to come down again. Here we go.
It now. It's definitely raining now. It's getting heavier.
This is where instinct is everything. You've just got to rely on your natural feel. Aidan Lyne is the fastest now on track as he gets in a 46. But this is going to be treacherous stuff, and this is not good news for Lorenzo Cordel. He's the first one to come to every corner on the circuit.
Absolutely
so he's
right.
the one who's got a gauge. Look how heavy the rain's starting to come down now. This is going to be absolutely horrendous for grip in terms of Lorenzo Cordel leading the race. He's got to try and hang on to it. Nice move on the inside from Mikai Singh. Here's Sam Shaw chasing after Brandon Carr. Carr's going on the inside line, and that's to protect the overtake, but it's not worked. On the exit, Sam Shaw gets the switch, and now makes the move on the inside of Edgar.
Incredible action from this onboard camera, and there's more of it. Carr up the inside of Edgar.
Edgar on the grass. Whoa! Henry Gregory nearly got spat out to the scenery. So Sam Shaw now into second place. Oh, that's a big lunge on the inside from Connor Duncan. He gets through. Stilp on the grass, trying to avoid going off the road. This is what happens when you throw a little bit of moisture onto the circuit here at Whilton Mill. It's absolute skittles. Everyone's trying to get through.
Quality drivers will know if you're in 10th, 12th at the moment, anything can happen. This is an opportunity, and that's how they'll spy it as the 12 cut goes through for another spot.
Yep, that's Stilp. So Stilp gets the move there and makes up another place on Henry Gregory. Jessica Edgar all the way down to the bottom end of the top 10 now. That's what a little bit of moisture can do. Here we go. Sam Shaw takes the lead from Lorenzo Cordel on the Kato Motorsport colours of the card in front. Carr very nearly getting into the toe of Lorenzo Cordel's machine there as Sam Shaw from Premium Karting, the number 2 seed, now leads the race. But now he's the one with the disadvantage. He's the one who's got to approach the water first.
Exactly what we said earlier. The man leading is the man that hits the corner first, and as the rain starts to come down, you never quite know from one lap to the next where the breaking point is.
This is one of the toughest situations for a kart racer to be in because the circuit changes, the corners change, lap to lap. Here comes Brandon Carr, gets the move on the inside of Lorenzo Cordel. That puts him into second place now, so good move from Brandon Carr. Gabriel Stilp, what a comeback. He's now in fourth position. What a charge forward.
Gabriel Stilp had an awful start to this race. He was well down the field. He was outside the top 10, I think, at the start, but he's steadily making his way back.
Oh, that's Verneho trying to get the move on Connor Duncan. Didn't quite work on this occasion. Edgar and Harrison are down in 7th and 8th positions. What a difference a few laps makes. That is absolutely incredible. They were out in front earlier on in this race. They both managed to get past Gregory to get up into 7th and 8th places. Oh, big run wide from Connor Duncan. Look, they're just losing grip. There's no grip at all in the final bend. They're all sliding out wide.
Yeah, you can see the rain coming down on that camera as well. It's a little bit more obvious on that camera. The drivers will know it on their visors. It will seem like it's pouring down, even though it's maybe spitting drops of rain on the visor. The speed they're going, it will look like a monsoon.
And let's not forget, they're all on slick tyres, and it's not like other forms of motorsport where you can come in and change to wets. You can't. You've just got to handle it on a spin. That's Gregory. Gregory goes around. So unfortunately for Henry Gregory, he's now got to fight his way from the back. Up and over, the 13 goes straight off the road. That's Zaki Hussain. And also off goes the 36. That's Thomas Wainwright. So they're all black off. There goes the leader, Sam Shaw, straight off the road, straight across the toe of the boot, trying to rejoin in front of the leaders.
Oh my goodness, it's all kicking off now. You can see the rain.
Hang on, lads. Dear oh dear, Brandon Carr manages to pull on the circuit in front of Sam Shaw. Shaw comes back to it. Now, the officials, I would not want to be them because obviously they've got to judge.
Yeah.
How do you call that? Because he's cut
missed
the
corner. He's missed the corner. He's cut the corner. Normally, he would get a one-lap penalty for that because he has not completed that previous lap in full. He didn't go around the tarmac, went across the grass. Now, they may take a view on it with it raining. They may be lenient, but we'll have to see after the race. I
have seen situations where they look at the rules and go, yes, but circumstances do apply, so you never know. 37, Leo Robinson charging his way through the field. The superstar working his way through. Now, look, Lorenzo Cordel is leading, and in second is Gabriel Stilp. Welcome back to the big show, Gabriel.
That's incredible. He was well down the field at the start.
He was about 11th on the second lap. And now he is there in second place.
Yeah, again, as I said before, the quality drivers will look at the conditions and think, right, this is an opportunity for me.
Well, Aidan Lyne is going to be the fastest lap of the race for the rest of this race. There's no question about that because the lap times are just going to plummet. So Aidan Lyne, congratulations on the fastest lap. Ben Doughty and Archie Heron, the retirements from the race. Kyan Gohill trying to get himself back up the order after his earlier transgression. Edgar on the inside now of Leo Robinson to get up into 5th position. So Sam Shaw 3rd in front of Brandon Carr. Look at how much of a pace they pulled away on the rest of the field. Edgar there in 5th, Robinson in 6th place. Up the inside comes Luke Sindler to 7th position now in front of Connor Duncan. Look how slow the pace of the field is now.
Sindler was off early on, Jake.
He was. He had spun it.
He was involved in that incident.
Yep, he had spun it and gone around and onto the grass, and now he has fought his way back up into 8th position.
Yeah,
give that man a lollipop.
From Ashby to Parker, he was pretty much out of the race, and there he is in 7th place. Incredible comeback.
This is an amazing circuit that always throws up fantastic races, particularly in conditions like this. You can see Cordel and Stilp absolutely tippy-toeing now. Sam Shaw's figured out how to get round the toe of the boot now, but it's not easy in these conditions, especially as it keeps changing, and you can see the spots of rain on the 360-degree camera. Look at the power slide from Brandon Carr. They've just got no grip at all compared to what they had at the start of the race. And drivers still tippy-toeing, trying to guess where the traction is. You can't just boot the throttle because there's so much wheel spin that comes off the car. You've just got to time it. And look at the difference in lines here. Look, Stilp goes way out wide, then gets the acceleration off the corner to hold on to his position there from Sam Shaw. But Lorenzo Cordel out in front with a very different interpretation of the racing line. And you can see, look, the difference in dynamic between the drivers. One chooses to go one way, another chooses to go another, but it's how the driver feels. You can't get, there's no right or wrong answer here.
We're on the penultimate lap, Jake, by the way. The timer, we've not noticed it, but the timer's counting
gone.
down. We're going to get the last lap board next time into the boot for the penultimate
Here goes
time.
Stilp for the lead alongside Cordle. They bang wheels and Stilp gets there. Cordle on the grass. Stilp runs it around the outside. Shaw gets past them both to take over the lead. Oh my goodness, the lead changes twice in about 18 feet. And now Stilp's done it again. He takes the lead back again into the last lap.
Absolute drama going into the boot for the penultimate time. Incredible race this so far.
Slick
and it's not over
tyres.
yet, Jake.
Slick tyres, a little bit of rain, and Whilton Mill. This is a race from heaven. Sam Shaw tippy-toeing around behind Gabriel Stilp, hoping for another chance of the lead. Stilp is just keeping it nice and planted on this final lap. Can he hold on into Ashby? Not too much wheel spin. Keep it together. Stilp looks back. Shaw's a long way back, but that can disappear. That gap in a heartbeat. He's just trying to hang on. Look, the back of the car is stepping out sideways. He goes up on the grass. So does Sam Shaw. They've both gone. And now Cordle gets through in a second. Carr gets through in a third. And that surely has the win nailed for Gabriel Stilp, despite going off on the final lap, 2 wheels on the grass. Stilp should just have it. He will never be more relieved to finish a race in his young career, but Gabriel Stilp is going to get it. What a victory! 2 arms in the air.
Incredible. Stilp went wide, Jake, and Shaw didn't concentrate on the track in front. He concentrated on Stilp's car and followed him off in sympathy.
Sam Shaw absolutely gutted, so too the 38 across the line of Finley Harrison. Missed opportunities all the way through the field, but Gabriel Stilp, what a drive, what a recovery, and what a victory. Lorenzo Cordle second for Brandon Carr and Sam Shaw. Jess Edgar in 5th place from Leo Brown and Jude Fernahoe. Leo Robinson, Connor Duncan and Luke Sintler. But Gabriel Stilp, take a bow. That is how you win in the toughest conditions.
Well, a testing race for those X30 juniors there. As you can see, my wet weather rain jacket came on, but for the racers, well, they didn't have the opportunity to change from slicks to wets. But in the finish, Croc Promotions' Gabriel Stilp was the man who kept his eyes on the prize and did everything he could to keep it on track. And here's what he had to say when I caught up with him after the podium.
We didn't have the greatest of starts. We went back a few places, but then I kept my head cool and then made my way back up to the front and then went for the leads and just stayed like that for the last couple of laps.
Yeah, exactly, and well done to you. Lorenzo looked like he had it in the bag for most of the race, but you obviously were able to keep your concentration and you just managed to think, I can do this.
Yeah. I just went down his inside in the second to last lap and he tried to turn in, but I kept it on the inside and then I just won from there.
Question worth asking, is that the championship race of the season? It may well be come the end of the season. Lorenzo Cordle it is that leads the championship moving forward, second in the final, but enough to give him the championship lead from Gabriel Stilp. Jess Edgar in third. Sam Shaw, you may have seen his reaction as he went through the line. Extremely disappointed.
Well, fantastic action there from those junior X30 drivers. Join us after the break when it's the turn of Mini X30.